Okay, so starting out to sew your pointe shoes, you're going to need some thick thread, white or pink, a threaded needle that's knotted at the end, and you'll want to have already tied the elastic drawstring. Next, put on your pointe shoe and thread the ribbon underneath your arch and mark with a pencil where you're going to want that ribbon to be, like so. If it's helpful, you might want to also mark on your pointe shoe with a pencil where the ribbon's going to be, and that's how your ribbon's going to look in the end. So then place it and go to town. Now, my son Luke was filming me, but hopefully you can tell just kind of what I'm doing here. If you don't know anything about sewing, you're just going to poke that needle through the shoe and the ribbon. Whoa, camera. And pull it through, and then you go back through. And just be careful not to wind the thread around itself or around the ribbon funny or around the shoe funny. Just go straight in and out. And just work your way across the elastic from one end to the other. And when you get to the end, you're going to do a knot. So here's an example. I actually just go through the inside material of the shoe, then loop the needle back around through that loop of the thread and pull it to make a knot. I'm so good at explaining this. And I do it twice to make sure that the knot is really, really good and secure. I even double knot like that, see? I do a double knot there. Pull it nice and tight and then cut the end. Once you're done with the ribbon, it should look something like this. It's secure on both sides of your instep. And when you pull the ribbon up, they're going to be really long and somewhat even. You'll cut it later. Now, like the ribbon, you're going to want to place the elastic in the desired spot and mark it before you sew. The elastic will look something like this. So do the same sewing action as before with the elastic, and it'll end up looking like this. Ta-da! Now this student had me sew the elastic with one band like this. However, I prefer the elastic crisscross like so. It just gives me more support, and that's how I personally prefer it. So you need more elastic to do this. Measure it out, mark it on your foot how you want it, and sew the elastic on top of the ribbon inside the shoe, as you can see there. Now the ribbon will have a band underneath your arch, as you see there. When you're finished, this is more or less how your pointe shoes should look. It can take multiple tries to get used to sewing your pointe shoes just right and how you prefer them, so just don't give up and keep trying.